My name's Leroy Knight. I own and run Mac4 Studios. I've been in and out of the industry for over 20 years, and this is my piece. Just wanted to build a hot rod and just like working in large scale stuff, so I just start on something and just keep going, and there's no real process. This has changed probably 6 or 7 times over the process of building it, and I add things and take things away. So, anything. I build sets, paint. I've built motorbikes, cars. So anything across that sort of field. I just enjoy creating things. It's just making something out of nothing and creating it, and everything I do, I always hate till it's finished, and once it's all together and finished, then I can sit back and appreciate what I've done. Watching the Thunderbirds when I was a kid and watching all the models that they made for that sort of launched me into building models and doing all this type of stuff. So it's more with technology, 3D printers and a lot of computer technology now, where you'd spend weeks, months hand sculpting something, and you can just design it and 3D print it out. And then it's not as 3D printing is not an easy thing. It's like everyone thinks you print it and paint it, but there's hours of finishing work and fit up work, and so like none of this was made to go together, so it's all different. There's probably, I think, around 15, 16 individual pieces that I've just mashed together out of different things to make this car. So basically my whole workshop. It's something I've got to have, and it's always there. I'm always adding to it with new things. And well, I started off originally in the automotive industry, building hot rods and cars and stuff like that, and they were way out of my price range, so I just started doing models and scale models and building. Spent time in the building industry, and that's I've taken a broad knowledge across the automotive and building industry, and this downscale what I do to make smaller things. 3D modelling and design just makes things a lot easier. You design it on computer, you can print it out umpteen amounts of time and use bits and pieces and cut models up and cut bits off them, where it saves a lot of time hand sculpting stuff and makes the process a lot quicker. Not well. Reality is, with me, everything's got to look perfect. So, I have very high expectations of everything I do, and I'll spend hours doing detail. Like on this, I've spent hours doing details that no one will see unless they're right up on top of it and having a look at it. And so, but it's what I do. Everything's got to be perfect in my eyes, and when I want to break it, you sort of get to the point where you've had enough of it, and it's like, it's sort of get to that point where I don't want to look at it anymore, and then it's like, it's finished. So a lot of my influences come out of the automotive industry from the 50s, like custom car builders like George Barris. He built the original Batmobile and that, so like those guys were just artists on their own, sculpting different things out of car bodies and panels. So it's a lost art now, and not a lot of people are doing it. So, like, it's all a process, and you're not going to get joy out of whatever you do till you finish that process or put that final coat of paint on. It's like, I've done stuff that looks hideous till you get to the last sort of couple of hours of detailing it and assembling it and putting it all together. It's just something you've got to keep at it and